Duck the Great Western Engine is a hard worker and always keeps things in an orderly fashion. This means, however, that sometimes the engines feel like he nags them, and they do not like that at all. One blustery winter day, Thomas was at the big station with Annie and Clarabelle. The wind made flakes of snow swirl around the track. "Seems like there's more snow on the way," remarked Thomas's driver. "You may need your snowplough soon, Thomas." "I hope not," grumbled Thomas. "I'd leave it behind if I could." "You shouldn't leave your snowplough behind, Thomas," said Duck, arriving at the other platform. "I thought you of all engines should know that. Terrence has told me about that time he rescued you." "I do know that. I just think my snowplough is heavy and uncomfortable," said Thomas crossly. "All the same, it's very important in winter weather. You must always remember to take it," Duck continued. Thomas wheezed crossly. "Well, there isn't much snow now," he retorted. "Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a branch line to run, and so do you. Goodbye." And he chuffed importantly away, leaving a rather cross Duck. The next day, Duck was just about to go out to clear snow from the lines when the Fat Controller arrived. "Duck, I'm in a hurry and need someone to tell Thomas that snow is on the way. I want him to have his snowplough fitted. Please tell him why you cleared the line." "Of course, sir," said Duck cheerfully, and he set off. Later, Duck met Thomas at the junction. "Quickly, Thomas, heavy snow is coming, and you must have your snowplough fitted," he ordered. Thomas was annoyed. He thought Duck was simply being bossy. "I'll manage my branch line in my own way, thank you," he replied rudely. "I'll put on my snowplough when it's necessary," and he bustled away before Duck could say anything. "Bossy buffers," Thomas muttered to himself. Duck was surprised. He couldn't understand Thomas's reaction. It had been an order from the Fat Controller after all. By the time Thomas had prepared for his return journey, it was snowing much harder. "Do you think we'll need the plow?" the fireman asked the driver anxiously. "It's not piling across the line yet," scoffed Thomas. "We could make a journey down the line and back before it stops us." The driver agreed, and Thomas set off without a plow. But Thomas was wrong. As he puffed along, the wind and snow worsened dramatically. Soon, Thomas couldn't even see the sleepers beneath the rails, and then not at all. The snow was piling up higher and higher. "I can do it! I can do it!" puffed Thomas bravely. But it wasn't long before Thomas found his wheels could hardly push through the drifts of snow. At last, he could go no further, stopping by a lonely signal box. "I knew we'd need that plow," sighed the fireman, and went into the signal box to telephone for help. Duck had finished clearing snow and was resting in a siding when a porter came running. "Thomas is stuck in the snow. We need an engine and some workmen to dig him out right away." "I warned him," grumbled Duck, but went to fetch the workmen as quickly as he could. Thomas was cold and miserable. Rudy the bus had taken his passengers home, and the driver, fireman, and guard were drinking cocoa in the signal box. Annie and Clarabelle were telling him how silly he was. "I wish I'd listened to Duck," he muttered quietly. Just then, Duck arrived with the workmen, who began to dig Thomas out at once. "Managing the line your own way then, Thomas," chuckled Duck. Thomas didn't answer. He just looked down at his snowberry buffers. In no time at all, Thomas was free, and Duck pulled him back to the big station. The Fat Controller was waiting for him. "Thomas, explain yourself. Why didn't you put on your snowplough like I asked?" he thundered. Thomas was confused. "You asked me, sir. Duck was the one who told me." The Fat Controller stared, then he turned to Duck. "Duck, did you tell Thomas that wearing a snowplough were my orders?" Duck blushed. He realized he hadn't mentioned that. "Oh dear. I'm sorry, sir. This is my fault. I forgot to say it was your order." The Fat Controller sighed. "It seems I have two engines that don't listen," he said. "Duck, take Thomas back to the shed at once." Without another word, he strode back to his office. Duck shunned Thomas back to the sheds. "I'm sorry, Duck 4. No, interrupted Duck. "I should have told you it was the Fat Controller's request." "But still it served me right for being rude," Thomas muttered. "That's all right," replied Duck. "I'm sorry for ordering you about." Thomas smiled. Despite the cold, he felt much warmer now, and so did Duck.